All right, I want to look at a random limit with you. This is the limit as x goes to 0 of 1 plus x over 1 over x. And by the way, this is the same thing as the limit as x goes to infinity of 1 plus 1 over x all to the x. And you can see that if you change x from going to 0 to going to infinity, then you just flip x down. So you make x 1 over x, and then this becomes x. It turns out that these are the same, and this limit exists, and it's finite, right? It exists, so it's some finite number. We're going to call it e. So e is the value of this limit. Now, this is a terrible way to define e, but it's how we're going to do it in this class. There's some different ways you can do it. I'll show you later what's so special about it. But for now, it's just a number. This is a limit. And it turns out that e is roughly 2.72. And so, yeah, you can run this in a calculator and sort of see that as you plug in values closer and closer to 0, this is getting closer and closer to 2.72. I should put a dot, dot, dot here. Actually, e is irrational, just like pi. So its digits never terminate, never repeat. It just goes on and on and on. So e is a very special number. We're going to work with it a lot. We'll see why it's special in the next section. But I just want you to realize e is bigger than 1. And so I can talk about e to the x. We're going to be very interested in, let's say that we're interested in the function f of x equals e to the x. And so, of course, the limit as x goes to infinity of e to the x, you should instantly be able to say that's infinity. Why? Well, because I don't have to know the precise value of e to know that the graph looks like that. It's an exponential growth function. Simply knowing e is bigger than 1 tells me the graph looks like that. And so I can write down, well, the limit as x goes to minus infinity of e to the x is actually 0. I thought we'd do another example with you, maybe a little bit more, something like you might see in the homework. So example, let's take the limit as x goes to infinity of e to the 3x over e to the 3x plus 7. And this is the limit as x goes to infinity of, okay, now, let's actually pause here. I'm looking at this and I realize that I have the same exponential function upstairs as I do downstairs. So I sort of expect this thing to behave nicely. When we were working with polynomials, we would multiply top and bottom by 1 over the highest power of x downstairs. And it's a really similar idea here. I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 1 over e to the 3x, and I'm getting that from downstairs. I would take whatever's downstairs and do that. And so this becomes the limit as x goes to infinity of 1 over 1 plus 7 over e to the 3x. We've seen before e to the 3x is going to infinity, so this whole fraction is going to 0. And so this becomes 1 over 1 plus 0, which is just 1. All right, so let's end this video here, and then we'll do a little bit more, probably 1 or maybe 2 more videos, and we'll be done. You're doing great.